y'all. So obviously we're not traveling right now.
This weekend we went to Paris with my dad and didn't get out a whole lot, mostly just spent time hanging out with him in the hotel. It was also gloomy weather, so we really couldn't travel that much anyways. But this week we're doing a video more focused on GTE than travel. For anyone that's looking to do GTE or wants any insight on the living situation here.
Yeah, so going into this, all we really found was some pictures that they had given us that were a little bit outdated, and even by the time that people come here next year, it's gonna look a little different because they're currently redoing our building. This summer, we have spent our time in Edouard Branly.
It's one of the three kind of main dorms, or what do you call it?
Living situations.
Living situations. Here at GTE, the main three that I hear of people living at are Edouard Branly, where we are, Lafayette, and Resident Home.
So they're all in different locations around Metz. You have Resident Home, which is out by the train station. It's in actual Metz. You have to take about a 15-minute bus ride every morning to get to GTE. And then you have us, where we're about a 10-minute walk around the pond to get to GTE, and then Lafayette is the closest. They're just across the street. This is the outside of Branly. So you're supposed to be able to walk in through this side. Over here is the big pond, and if you just go around the loop, you hit GTE, but since it's under construction, we have to use the side exits. So let's head this way. So here we have our Uber Eats pickup spot. So this is where you take your trash. There are usually rats scurrying around, and they're not just like little rats, they're like big rats. But the black bins are for trash and the yellow bins are for recycling. France and Europe in general is super sustainable. You can recycle a ton of stuff here, which as an environmental engineer, I kind of love. But as we head this way, this side is our building, and this side is the main building.
All right, we're about to go into the main building, so come on.
We're gonna see if there's anyone in there.
Clear. Okay, we just entered the main building. We're about to go into the laundry room. In here is all of the standard laundry things, such as washers and dryers. 5 washers, 5 dryers. Consistently, about 3 of the washers work, and 1 dryer actually dries, and it's that one. So there's some pretty serious fights over who gets the dryer. Okay, yeah, so coin system here. Everywhere that you live at GTE, the laundry payment system differs. So some places you pay $1 per load, some places you pay $4 a load. We get ours for free, and they use a little coin system. So what you'll do is you'll put your stuff in the washer, and then put a little coin in right here, and you just start it. And you get 2 coins a week, but that's just for the washer. The dryer is totally free and requires no coins. All right, so this is supposed to be kind of the main area of the building, like when you first walk in, the entrance, all that. Most of it, if not all of it, is under construction right now and getting completely redone, as we've mentioned already. But I don't think anyone lives here right now. So we're gonna go through here. This just changed. This room looks like it's supposed to be the mail room. I don't know if that's a permanent change or if that's just what they're doing in between construction. They'll put papers in your mailbox, such as like move-in, move-out forms, and whatever you get mailed to you. That's what that looks like right now. We're about to go into the actual main building, or the connecting building between all of the lettered buildings or dormitories. So now we're in the very middle of all the buildings. Over here is a lovely coffee machine.
That will steal your money.
I've never gotten a coffee out of there except for once, and I've tried getting a coffee probably 4 times. But they're pretty awesome. They're all over GTE. You just click what coffee you want, pay, and it gives you a coffee. As we mentioned earlier, with the coins for laundry, you get 2 a week. This is the office you get them out of. There's a bunch of sweet ladies that sit in there all day, and you go in and you just say, here for laundry coins. tell them your name and room number, and they'll give you 2 coins for laundry for the week. So
as you exit out the side of this building, we can head to our building. So when you get your keys, you're gonna typically get 2 keys. This one goes to the building, and then this one goes to your dorm. Mark got a 3rd key. No one else has a 3rd key. We don't really know what it goes to.
not even the RAs know what it goes to.
But here's a little backwards map. That's what the building's shaped like. We took you in here, and yeah. So let's head upstairs and go see what the rooms look like. All right, so we're gonna start with my room. I live in Edouard Branly, E111, which is on the 2nd floor, because they start at 0 here. So come on in. So when you first walk in, on your left, you have my closet. It's actually massive. So on the right side, I've got all of the storage space. I was able to put my big suitcase up at the top, which has been really nice. It's been out of the way. And then on the left side, we've got hanging closet space, also a ton. I keep my little suitcase here. So moving on, next we have the bathroom. So each bathroom looks a little different. You'll find that each room looks a little different. Mark's looks different than mine. When you first walk in, this is a towel warmer. So this is something that is very common in Europe. And usually they look a little different. They're usually like a big ladder looking thing, but I've never once used it. So it's there. I guess it can heat up the room if you need it to. This is my shower. She's very small. If you bend over, your butt turns off the water. So for us tall people, it's a little difficult, but I don't have any wall storage in there, so I just keep everything on the ground. And then I have like a little wall pharmacy area that I keep all my extras in. But it is nice, there have been hooks on the wall, so Mark doesn't want to see himself in the mirror. But there are some hooks on the wall, so you can hang your towels, which is great. Moving in, the room looked a lot different when I first came in. I'll insert a little clip of our first video, but I rearranged it. So over here, I actually have what's supposed to be your bedside table, but I just use it as corner storage. Then I have my little laundry bag, which the laundry is in a different building. So a laundry bag is nice because I can throw it over my shoulder instead of having to carry the basket. This is the bed. It is a twin, minus a little bit. When you get in here, you get a flat sheet that you're supposed to wrap around like a fitted sheet, the comforter, and then this pillow. When we got here, it was freezing cold. So we went to Carrefour, which is the local grocery store, and we bought this blanket and that pillow in like a little set for super cheap, and that's been really nice to have, and it makes the room look a little bit better. And this is the giant desk. It's huge, it's massive. It takes up like half the room. This is my view. As you'll see, there's scaffolding outside. The way they close is through this little guy. And when I tell you they close, they close. It gets dark in here. It's completely blackout, but it's a metal curtain. And I close mine all the way at night so I can sleep. But just like most European windows, they open like that. Some of them even open the other way and can come out forward if you just want a little bit of air. There are a total of 3 outlets in this room. One of them is next to my bed, one of them is over here by my wall, and then the other one I use here. And European outlets are a little different. You don't usually find them in sets of 2, it's usually just 1. So one of the first things I bought was an extension cord. And if you can go online and find one that's Europe to US on the long part, that would be like ideal, so that you don't have to spend as much time with converters. To make it a little more lively in here, I've put up all of my pieces of paper that I've collected over my time at GTE. And then next we've got our kitchenette situation. The room came with the refrigerator and the microwave. This is the fridge. She's currently empty. The power went out not too long ago and I had to throw a bunch of stuff away, and ever since then I've been not in the mood to buy anything. But then we've got our huge bookshelf. These are all of the dishware items that they give you. So they give you a pot, pan, some plates, a strainer, bowl, a drying rack, some random things. I haven't used any of it except for a plate and a fork and a knife and a spoon. I've kept all my things here, and then I've got more little things on the top. So I've made it a little bit my own. I'm taking it all down tomorrow, so I'm sad to see it go. This has been my room. I've come to like it. I've come to tolerate it. It was a little hard. The bare walls are really difficult, so I would say my best piece of advice would be to decorate it and to make it as comfortable as possible, because man, oh man, the white walls are crazy. All right, next we have the kitchen. For each floor, there's 3 different kitchens, and based on where your room is in the building, you get assigned a kitchen. I have been in here twice to clean my dishes. So when you first walk in, there's these nice little cupboards. Each room gets a cupboard that they can put their things in, but I guess you could put dry goods in there if you needed to. But all it is a hot plate. Super awesome. And a table. It's kind of gross in here, not gonna lie. They have a sink and a trash can, and they're constantly sending us emails about cleaning in here because it's gross. I would highly recommend not using this. It's pretty gross.
Welcome to my room, E205. I'm 1 floor up from Bailey. I'm 205, and like she said, it starts on 0, so it's actually the 3rd floor for Americans. The layout of my room is a little bit different because I have a corner room, so it's a bit bigger and just things are rearranged. All the stuff I have is the exact same as hers. Like I said, just laid out differently. Big desk, microwave, fridge, trash can, bed, bedside table. To my knowledge, 3 outlets in here, 1 behind the fridge, and then 2 by my bed, 1 at the foot, 1 at the head. Same window. Scaffolding comes with the room. I have my bookshelf, which we use for storage, and whatever else. Same closet with plenty of room. Over here I keep my laundry bag, and a quick note, a great thing to pick up at a hotel is a laundry bag. Usually most hotels come with them, just look around for it. We didn't even stay at super nice hotels, so it's not like it's an exclusively nice hotel thing. But they've been great to bring along on trips. Here's the bathroom. Bigger than Bailey's, but definitely outdated. My shower's not nearly as nice and definitely grosser, but I also have the towel, heater, toilet obviously, sink and all that stuff. I have shelf space here,
I'm so jealous.
which is different than Bailey because she has the medicine cabinet, but for the most part it's all the same. Inside of my shower, like I said, much grosser than Bailey's, but she got a new one. I actually have shelf space in there, which I use for shower stuff, like most people do. That's really about it. We both have this unit in our rooms. I turned it on and it did nothing, so I really don't know what the purpose of it is. It's obviously temperature related. I just don't know how it works or what the purpose is. So if you can figure it out, good on you. But yep, same building, just a floor up, same stuff as Bailey's, just different layout.
So that's a little look into what we've been living in for the past 3 months.
Just a reminder, it is all under construction right now and getting completely renovated, so odds are it's gonna look different by next year or even semester, so hopefully things will look better next semester.
Yeah, so sadly we will be moving out in 3 days. We're headed home back to the USA, so that's all for Europe, which is crazy, but hopefully we'll make some more videos once we get back in Atlanta. Bye! Quick note, if you're wondering what we do for dinner every night since we don't have a kitchen, sushi, not sushi every night, but we've been on an Asian food kick recently. Uber Eats is our best friend, not our bank account's best friend. And we usually watch it with a YouTube video. Delicious.